G'day everybody, it's Monday and what's happening in the world? Well, Sinner won the Australian Open, no surprises there, and Australia Day was pretty good. We were having a bit of fun around the spa and acting a bit silly but having lots of fun. Anyway, so about every Monday I tend to look around what's going on in the world, and I keep seeing now it's Trump and Musk all the time, in world affairs. That's the thing that interests me. And, it's a bit upsetting to see that you've got two guys kind of bullies in a way, doing some stupid stuff. And, I'm not pro one way or the other. I hate politics, both sides. I think it's a shocking thing, and once people become politicians, they become corrupt. Anyway, I'm trying to keep up with it all, and I found Chris Nolan is pretty much a straight shooter. What I like about Chris is he tells you the economics behind what's going on as well, and again, he just says it how it is. He's not pushing one way or the other. I don't know. I like listening to him. What he says makes a lot of sense. I'll just play some of him, and he's really good on the world affairs in relation to what's going on in the US at the moment. So I'll just play a little bit of him. Where are we? Hang on. Here we go. This is Chris Nolan. It's pretty good.
And if you understand why is it important to follow in the company and the stock, it's because all his influence.
Sorry. He's talking about. Musk is dumping all his stock on Tesla, and also Musk has been getting a lot of crap from people because he's been doing the mustache salute, and he's been over to Germany promoting. It's great to be German. That what did he say? Something to the effect that multiculturalism dilutes society, which is absolute bullshit. Australia's totally multicultural. It's not easy to say on a Monday morning, and we're doing really well, So what's he trying to say? Go back to the old days of you're one country and you're just going to conquer the world, sort of thing. So not very good. But anyway, have a listen to Chris. Again, I'm not for Big Brother, which is the other side. But I'm also not for a cartel, couple of bullies that try and push countries around and, we're going to buy this and we're going to take over that. And if you don't do this, we're going to throw tariffs on you and all this sort of stuff. It's just ridiculous. And they're trying to do with away with laws and teachings. That they're trying to turn science away and just preach their own bullshit. But anyway, have a listen to Chris. He's good.
And wealth is based on the stock, which is based on hype. And you put all these things together, this guy is a house of cards. And so is his first buddy, Donald Trump. This was an interesting headline today, or opinion piece, I should say. The Donald and Elon show is an unholy mess. And speaking of that unholy mess, this was just breaking just a few minutes ago. I just saw this. Trump tried to deport some people from Colombia. Used military planes. I think he sent 2 planes to Colombia, and then Colombia wouldn't let him enter, I guess. And so now Trump is saying, hey, we're going to have to do an emergency tariff of 25%. If you don't comply in the next couple of days, we're going to do another tariff, another 25%. So it's like, I guess we're doing 50% tariffs emergency. That's according to Trump. And it was really interesting to, read through this stuff because it sort of captures everything that the Trumps and Musk are trying to do. It's basically move that fast, break things, don't think carefully about anything that you do. And someone actually wrote a comment, interesting, which I think is a real common phrase. If all you have is a hammer, right? If that's the only tool in your arsenal, then you think every problem is a nail, right? And so you go around whacking stuff that you think is appropriate, but you have the wrong tools for the job, or you're grossly mismanaging the resources that you do have.
Now, I'll just say, the reason Trump got voted in, well, there was 2 areas. Wokeism, the lefty, you've got to act like this. There's signs everywhere saying behave like this, behave like that, which is not very good. And then, but really, to balance that, there's nothing really on the other side. There's only like Trump. Let's make America great again. Now, America is going down the tubes fast. Okay, the oil that they had after the Second World War and all the the money they made from the Second World War and all that, that's all vaporized, gone. And believe it or not, I learned recently that the USA's biggest creditor, well, there's two of them. The biggest creditor is Japan and China, right? China is literally America's bank, all right? So that makes you wonder what the hell. I mean, the world at the moment, it's just, what is it? It's like TikTok. It's going round and round, and no one knows where it's going to end up. Is TikTok going to be banned, or is it someone in America going to buy it? Anyway, it's just a madhouse. But what I like about Chris is he describes it really well as to what's going on.
And so what the Colombia president was basically saying, hey, if you do want to deport people, have some sort of procedures, be in contact with us, and do it with civilian flights. Don't do it with military flights. And on top of that, we've talked about this before, where Trump's use of military assets for deportations could be illegal. So we'll keep an eye on that story. And speaking of legality, that's essentially what Elon Musk and his team are doing every day. They're trying to skirt the law, push their power forward, even though it may be illegal. And effectively, we have to call these kind of things out. You'll get these kind of headlines: Elon Musk's business conflicts draw scrutiny amid White House role. Or something like this, where Elon was tweeting out, hey, we got to get rid of bureaucracy. We have to cut regulations, get rid of all that red tape. I'll give you an example. The kind of thing that he would want to do is like, okay, if you're working with the government, you want to have everything transparent. You want to release, all of the ways that you're doing things. You want to release any conflicts of interest. From us point of view, oh, that's just a regulation. We hate regulations that cost people money, right? So they want to remove transparency, and they want to push the limits of what is legal, not legal, and you kind of see where this is going. It's actually ruffling a lot of feathers on Trump's side. Now, will Trump publicly say this, and will Trump publicly kick Elon Musk out of positions of power? I don't know. We're going to find out. I mean,
all right, I'll just leave it at that. I think I read a quote from Trump that he said something to the effect of, "I can't get rid of the guy. He's referring to Musk. He's hanging around all the time. We can't get rid of him." And we both know they've both got super egos and don't like being told what to do. So I'll just leave it at that and see what happens in the space of next week. The biggest red light for me was when the Trump administration wanted to try and buy Greenland and Iceland and that sort of thing, when they've actually got full permission to have military planes there to drill. They can drill for oil. They can do whatever they want. So why all of a sudden say, all right, we want to take it over? Totally as one of the American, one of their states or whatever they would call it. And the hype about instead of the Gulf of Mexico, let's call it the Gulf of America and all this. It's push, right? And some of you out there might be thinking, hey, that's great, right? But, we're in a world where you start pushing and it's not going to be good, because a lot of the little countries, they don't like getting pushed around. And to say that you might take over a place with military force, that's crazy. And there was also I think Trump suggested that the Palestinians, to Egypt, the Palestinians just all go over there. He's talking to the Arab states, and they said, no, we're not taking. The Gaza Strip is still got to be shared. We're not taking all those people. So just pie in the sky stuff. So that's my roundup for the world, the crazy world. And what's really scary is when you think that there's a man with bullish tactics and stuff like that's got the finger on. I will say there's one thing. Years ago, there was an airline, I think, disaster. There was 2 or 3, and what Trump did, and I don't know why he did it. He grounded the planes until they got checked what was causing the problem. That's the really only thing I think as a gem that really stood out for me to say, well, this guy can do some good things, but you've got to weigh up all the bullshit, in between. I mean, you can do one good thing, but if you do 10 really bad things, that's not good. But anyway, look, if you're a Trump supporter, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with people's beliefs, religion, politics, or whatever. I'm just the messenger telling you what's going on in the world, and I think Chris Norland does a pretty good job. So until next Monday, this is Harry's World Watch signing off.